So today I'm going to be starting my plants in my new wall hanging herb garden that my husband's making me right now. The board's already distressed, and the pipe clamp things that we're using for the mason jars are tedious to get what you need done. I'll show you that later. Doug had a horrible time trying to get them because they're stainless steel and you can't get through them. So that part is a separate post. I'll have that sometime. Right now I'm going to show you how I'm going to put these on the wall with the mason jar, some rocks. I got pre-moistened soil to show you. Just take the lid off, use your mason jar. I got a bag of rocks at Lowe's. I think it was like $8 for this bag. I'm not entirely sure. They're back with the house plants and potting soil. I think they're meant for aquariums or something like that. I'm not entirely sure that one either, but they're over in that vicinity if you can find them. They're just big bags of, I think they're aquarium stone. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. I'll read the tag. Let's see. Just says River Pebbles, and it's 5 pounds, and I think they were $6 or so. We just take a handful of these rocks after you open them, obviously. There's a handful of these, and you're going to make a layer in the bottom of your jar so that the water can get away from the dirt and the roots have a place to go. So probably, what is that, a couple inches of rocks here, right there. And then I think I'm going to show you how to do the basil. I got these at Lowe's too. Normally I have herbs outside, but today, since I want to have some indoors closer to the kitchen, I'm just going to plant some small jars and hang them on the wall so they're nearby. I have a whole big thing of potting soil. It's already pre-moistened, and I'm just going to stick my hand down in there. Try to keep it level and I guess get dirt everywhere. But you just want to lightly get it in there without making too big of a mess, which I got dirt everywhere. Put some in, kind of push it down around the edges here. You don't want a whole lot. You don't want it really deep. Probably about 2/3 of the way with dirt. And then that way you'll have some room after you put your seeds in to cover the seeds so they can germinate properly underneath the soil. So, what is that, I'd say about 2/3 of the way full, right there. Pack it down a little bit. Don't push too hard. You don't need it like clay in there. Dust them hands off. Let's open these. There's generally a whole lot of seeds in a seed packet of herbs. There's quite a few. If you look, I don't know if you can see, if you look down in there, there's a whole bunch, and they're little bitty. So I'm just going to put maybe a dozen or so. Eyeball it. Don't count them. They're too tiny to count. There's no point in that. But yeah, I got, let's see if I can get it there. There's, you know, a decent amount in there. Not a whole lot. But, and you're just going to take and pinch them in between your fingers and kind of just swirl them around so they're kind of spaced out in the bottom of there. And you can always thin it out if you get too many started. And then take a little bit more dirt. See that? I'll show you. There's how deep it is now. I'm not going to put a whole lot on top of it. Just enough to cover those. Tamp it down a little bit without, try not to disturb the seeds you just put down. And there you go. Probably, you still got a couple inches to work with up there so you can get to the roots if you need to thin them out. Simple as that. Just do that. And then I don't actually put water in them when they're starting. I take a spray bottle of water. Sometimes I put fertilizer in it. Most of the time I don't. It's just the way it works for now. See, I got a spray bottle of water. Just a spray bottle, just water. And just moisten down the top of the dirt. Just enough, because it was pre-moistened. You don't need to put a whole lot. Just enough it absorbs in. You see it laying on top. See it start laying on top, then stop. And then you just put it under a grow light or in a window, and it should germinate. And then once they're started, I'll hang them up on the wall, and I'll show you my new hanging herb garden that's going to be right there outside of the kitchen as soon as we get it done. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see if you do your own. Post pictures. I'd love to see what you guys are doing in your houses as far as herb gardens, or even in your yard with herb gardens. I would be lost without my herb garden and my dried herbs in the winter. So let me see what you've been up to, and let me know if you like this video. Thanks. Bye.